It's time to hop back in our 66 Chevy Suburban and take another Louisiana road trip.
Funding for this program was made possible by the Foundation for Excellence in Louisiana Public Broadcasting and by viewers like you. Thank you.
Next, we head to Central Louisiana and the city of Alexandria. Over 100 years ago, a timber magnate built the iconic Hotel Bentley. This crown jewel of hotels not only showcases the elegance of the early 20th century, but is also the backdrop to many fascinating stories of American history. In the early 1900s, Louisiana led the South in lumber production, and located in the very center of the state, the town of Alexandria was surrounded by massive forest lands, 75 sawmills, and related industries. Pennsylvania native Joseph Bentley made his fortune here, but when local hotels shunned the somewhat eccentric timber baron, he decided to build his own.
One of the stories is right just 2 blocks from here was a hotel in town, and when he went to stay there, he would come in, he worked with his people out in the field, and he would be tired, sweaty, and dirty from working all day, and he would come in, and they eventually told him he couldn't stay there because, you know, he wasn't dressed for the occasion, and basically in retaliation he told them, well, I'll build my own hotel and anybody can stay there.
And build it he did. On August 10, 1908, the Bentley Hotel opened to the public with a private residence for its owner.
It's very difficult for us to imagine now what the Bentley meant to Central Louisiana at the time of its construction. Alexandria had been completely leveled to the ground during the Civil War. The period of Reconstruction was so painful and so arduous that by the time 1900 rolled around, the city had never fully recovered. It's only with the coming of the timber boom led by Joseph Bentley and other timber barons that prosperity returns to the area with the coming of the railroads. For this building to be built in basically a backwater community at that point was a great source of civic pride and a remarkable achievement for Mr. Bentley, but also for our community.
It wasn't long before the Bentley became the flagship hotel for the heart of Louisiana.
It marked what Alexandria could be. You know, the elegant atmosphere, the beauty of it, the solidity of it. It really became the foundation and stepping stone for civic development, but most of all, civic pride. When you think back through the 30s and 40s, you think of the big band era, you know, and then into the 50s, and you imagine those band leaders, you know, Tommy Dorsey and the others coming through, playing in New Orleans, playing in Baton Rouge, playing in the Bentley. You know, this was part of a connection with a wider culture.
During the 1940s, as World War II raged throughout Europe and many places around the world, America needed a well-prepared military. Nearly 500,000 of those troops were trained in the Alexandria area at Fort Polk. The Hotel Bentley housed future military leaders, including Eisenhower, Patton, and Kissinger. And inside the forum room on the first floor of the Bentley, early military strategies, including what would lead to the blueprint of the D-Day invasion, were hammered out inside this room. So we're walking in the forum room, and I'm hearing the historical significance is mind-blowing. Am I correct to say some of the most important strategies of World War II took place right here?
Well, a lot of it did. Supposedly, and you'll probably hear more about that while you're here in town, a lot of the stuff really took place here when it was in private with the generals and all, and a lot of the planning actually took place in the mirror room to the lounge. They'd get together and socialize and drink.
The room behind us really could be considered the planning stage for our victory in World War II. With the Louisiana Army maneuvers of 1940, you have the blueprint laid for final victory in Europe.
General Patton's grandson has been here twice, and he has been fantastic. He knew the stories of his grandfather as far as the mirror room and planning for the Louisiana maneuvers.
Today, visitors can pull up a bar stool or cozy table inside the mirror room and strategize on a drink order. Scott LaLiberté is the general manager of the nearby Diamond Grill restaurant and oversees this colorful and captivating bar.
Welcome to the mirror room.
I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, this is one of the great spaces that the Hotel Bentley has. Original to its 1908 structure, this specific cocktail lounge underwent a massive renovation, probably the most extensive that the mirror room itself has ever had, probably about 1.5 years ago, and it's been open for well over a year now and really became part of the community.
I'm captivated by the colors of the mirror room that we're going to see, including these stained glass windows. They're beautiful.
Sure, this is one of the aspects of the hotel that it is most known for, which are its colorful, vibrant, welcoming stained glass windows. They are original to about 1908. They left the property and did come back to the property once Mr. Jenkins purchased it.
Nice. How popular has reopening the mirror room been?
It's been really great. It actually caters to pretty much anyone in the community. We've got the freshly 21-year-olds, the wedding parties, all the way up to 60 and 70-year-old. Everyone in the community has a memory of the mirror room, so they've welcomed it back as a new hotspot. It's really become known for your craft cocktails, your socializing, your lounging, your enjoying, the craft side of cocktails. I like to think that we have Central Louisiana's best bartenders here, and I think that our community agrees as well.
If I had to describe this place, inviting and
Absolutely.
comfortable. That sounds like two ways I would describe it.
We always say, get a friend, grab a drink, and stay a while. It's kind of our motto here for the mirror room, because you really do want to sit down on one of the comfortable sofas or leather chairs and just sit and enjoy and relax. Whether it's happy hour after work, Saturday evening, late night on a Friday, you're always welcome to come by.
And there are over 60 remodeled hotel rooms and suites that welcome guests. Linda Cole Jones of the Hotel Bentley gives us a tour of the impressive honeymoon suite.
And my favorite part, this is where I would love to come in and take my lunch break, because like any other lady, it's not a jacuzzi tub. It is a champagne bubbler tub, so you can just stretch out, put a little bit of bubble bath in there, and the tiny jets, instead of pumping water through the bathtub, is simply putting some air into the water, so it makes the little champagne bubbles, and you can just relax and light the candles.
This is how you hope to spend a lunch hour, right?
Absolutely.
I like your imagination.
Absolutely.
I like that. How realistic? How many lunch breaks have you spent up here?
Not one.
Okay, I thought you were going to say not enough.
Not one. Not enough would be a good answer too. Not enough. We have a great view of your choice of downtown or the river. Lived here all my life. Have experienced the Red River, gone fishing, swimming, skiing, boating. Never realized what a gorgeous sight the Red River was until I started here at the Hotel Bentley, and a whole new perspective came out on the river. And isn't she pretty?
It is.
I love it. I love it.
The Hotel Bentley has been shut down several times over the years, but in 2012, local developer and preservationist Michael Jenkins began the journey to recapture the splendor of this historic site. How important is the Hotel Bentley to Alexandria?
Well, it is. It's very important. Like just yesterday, we had a lady that called from Dallas or Houston, and she said that she graduated from Menard, which is the large private Catholic art school here in town, and they had all of their get-togethers and stuff at the Hotel Bentley, and they're planning one from this coming October. And she was so happy that everything was open again, and she wanted to see if she could come back and see the way it was. It's so many memories that were made here, and people can come back. Just this past weekend, a lady was in here, she told me stories about when she was a little girl and they used to come here and for Sunday brunches, and that's why she wanted to know where we're going to have Sunday brunch and how our family used to come here. And she went through, and she was just elated that she was able to come back. She's in her late 80s, and she was able to come back and bring her kids and tell them stories of how things were. And it's very unusual for someone to be able, there's an old saying, you can't go back. But if a person remembers how it was and was able to come and see basically how it was many years ago, it means a lot. Or I think it does. I hope it does.
And that's the end of this road for now. Louisiana has so many great travel destinations to enjoy, so get on out there. And I hope to see you next time on my Louisiana Travels. Maybe I'll see you out there.
Funding for this program was made possible by the Foundation for Excellence in Louisiana Public Broadcasting and by viewers like you. Thank you.